Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop a 777 in the chat box and we shall make a start shortly. So if you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and I will make a start shortly. Now, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader. I have been trading now for several years. Now, this presentation, I'll try and keep it short to around 30 or so minutes. And I just want to make it clear from the outset that you will not become a Forex expert by the end of this presentation. This presentation is only meant to be an introduction to trading and to show you how you can start trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. So welcome everyone to the call. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. I am a Forex and cryptocurrency trader, and I've been trading now for several years, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, I'm just going to pull up my screen here. Again, if you can see my screen, please let me know via the chat box, and then I will continue. Now, before I talk about foreign exchange trading, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Now, going back a fair few years, I was told to go to school, get a good education so you can get a good job. And that is what I did. I did that from the outset. I went to school, got a very, very good education, went to university, spent a long time at university. I left university with several degrees, very, very good degrees, to get my first job, and I absolutely hated my first job out of university. So the first job out of university that I got, I absolutely hated it, and I decided on the first day of my first job that I could not work for anyone ever. I eventually did resign that position, and the only reason I stayed in that job for those few months was because I had bills to pay. And I don't know if you know this, but certainly here in the UK, which is where I'm based at the moment, the average graduate leaves university with a loan or a debt of around 40 or 50,000 pounds. Now, in the USA, I heard recently that it was much higher than that. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars is what graduates have on top of their heads, or whatever you want to call it, once they leave university. And again, there's no guarantee of a job. So again, I stayed at university for a year, for a few years. I had a job which I thought was good before I got the job. Once I got the job, I absolutely hated it. And I eventually left that job and I bought a ticket to, I think it was Sydney, Australia. And at the airport, Heathrow Airport in London, I came across the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't have a copy of that book, please do get yourself a copy of that book, and also get yourself a pen and paper, because note takers are money makers. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki was my first introduction to, I call it practical business. I studied the theory at university before, but in all honesty, when it comes to business, as with many things, the theory and the practical elements don't always match up. Now, Robert Kiyosaki taught me about the cash flow quadrant, and that is what you can see on the screen here. That is the cash flow quadrant. And in its simplest form, the cash flow quadrant teaches us that 95% of the world population are broke. 95% of 7.8 billion people are broke. So around 7.4 billion people are broke. It's the 5%. That's where you need to be. The 5% are composed, or is composed, of investors and business owners. So if you want to be financially free, you have to be either an investor or a business owner. Now, a few years ago, one of my mentors, he said to me, Dr. Jav, if you want to be financially free, you have to either be involved in the financial services industry, real estate, or the property markets. And the third thing he said, excuse me, was e-commerce or internet marketing. And luckily for myself, I've had my fingers in all three of those pots. Now, when it comes to financial services, that is what we're going to talk about today. The foreign exchange market, the stock market, they all form part of the financial services industry, as does cryptocurrency as well, which I'll talk about shortly. Now, foreign exchange, in its most simplest of terms, is the exchange of one currency for another. So you've got your pounds, your dollars, your Japanese yen, your euros. If you were to go to, let's say, the USA from the UK, and you went to a local exchange and you exchanged your pounds for your dollars, then you would have taken part in the foreign exchange market. If you go back to that exchange at a later date or time and make the same transaction again, you may be offered a different exchange rate. It's that difference in exchange rates, the volatility in the prices in the markets, that we as foreign exchange traders utilize every single day to profit from. As long as there's movement in the market, as long as there is volatility in the market, we can gauge a profit from that movement, from that volatility in the market. So again, it doesn't matter where you are based, because in the last few years, I've traveled to many, many countries. In fact, I think 20 or 30 odd countries, and I've been able to run my business from home. In fact, the only two prerequisites that you need to be able to trade the markets are, number one, age. You have to be over the age of 18. And secondly, a mobile phone, a smartphone. You don't even necessarily need a laptop. As long as you have a smartphone, you can use your smartphone to trade with on a daily basis and profit from your phone. Now, the great thing about foreign exchange is that it's a big market. Foreign exchange is extremely big. Now, prior to me starting the foreign exchange market, I didn't have a clue. I did not know what Forex was. I did not know what obviously I knew what currency was, but I didn't know that you could profit from the exchange process. And eventually I learned those basics. And again, like I said earlier, the rest is history. But foreign exchange in itself is big. It's very, very big. In fact, up to $6.6 trillion. That's 6.6, in fact, 6 with 12 zeros at the end of it. $1 trillion are exchanged via foreign exchange every single day. It far surpasses the size of all the stock markets put together. Foreign exchange is bigger than cryptocurrency at the moment as well. But again, I'll talk about crypto shortly. However, with foreign exchange, whether you know this or not, if you have a bank account, your bank is using your money in your bank account to do foreign exchange with every single day. So whether you like it or not, your money, your capital is already being used for foreign exchange. Now, banks collectively make over 1 trillion, 12 zeros at the end of it, $1 trillion every single day. And a lot of that is actually from your money. So again, your money is already being used for foreign exchange. Now, going back a fair few years, again, my mentor said to me, in the last 10 years, for the amount of money that has flown through your bank account, what did you make on that? And I thought about that, and I thought about it hard. In fact, I made close to zero on my bank account capital in the last 10 years, because historically, whether you take interest or not is irrelevant at this point, but it's historically, interest rates have been extremely low, in fact, close to zero. So if you have a bank account, you've probably made less than zero returns because of inflation. Yet your bank will continue to make, in fact, banks collectively will continue to make over $1 trillion every single day from the foreign exchange market. Now, that's going to be a kick in the teeth, because recently I was looking at the interest rates online, and in the UK, here in the UK, the average interest on your current account is in the region of 0.01 to 0.05%. That's tiny, absolutely small. Yet banks make over $1 trillion every single day from the foreign exchange market. Now, again, when it comes to foreign exchange, we can actually show you how to utilize the foreign exchange markets to derive an additional income without it affecting your current commitments. So if you have a job, if you're a student, if you're retired, so even if you don't have a job, it doesn't make any difference, because when it comes to the foreign exchange market and the way we teach you and show you how to trade, it does not matter what your current commitments are, because certainly when I started trading using these platforms myself, I had other successful businesses and I didn't have that much time, but because I was persistent and consistent, and I was able to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, I became, over a period of time, a very, very good trader. Now, again, when it comes to foreign exchange, it's a 5-day-a-week market. So Monday to Friday, you can exchange via foreign exchange. There's a little bit of overlap on the weekends, but generally, Monday to Friday, you can trade Forex. When it comes to cryptocurrency, you can actually trade cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin 7 days a week. So there's no cutoff on the weekend. Now, again, foreign exchange is an amazing discipline. It actually means that You can sometimes trade using a system known as leverage, which means that you don't even have to use all of your own physical capital. So the broker actually lends you money, and you can use that as well to trade with and derive some amazing profits. So what we're showing you now is how to make more money than you've made this year, last year, in the last 5 years, even the last decade. And again, the reason I'm saying that is because the people around me at the moment, our students, the people that we train every single day, are making an absolute killing in the trading markets today. Digital currency is big at the moment. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. I'm guessing the reason you're on this call is because you keep your income options open. Now, when it comes to digital currency, you may have heard of this, but the largest digital currency currently in the marketplace is Bitcoin. Bitcoin was conceived in 2009. And in 2009, the price of Bitcoin was close to zero, let's say around 10 cents or so. In December 2017, the former all-time high of Bitcoin was achieved of $20,000 or almost $20,000. In the last few weeks, we had a new all-time high where the price of Bitcoin hit $65,000. Currently, the price of Bitcoin today is in the region of $33,000 or so. We've had a little bit of a pullback, which is good for us because now is the time for accumulation. Because the price of Bitcoin currently is quite low, $33,000 is almost half of what it was just a few weeks ago. Excuse me. Now is the time of accumulation, and now is the best time ever to get in the game. When it comes to Ethereum, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the marketplace. It's smaller than Bitcoin, and an all-time high of Ethereum was recently reached just a few weeks ago of around $4,000+. Currently, the price of Ethereum is just below $2,000, and henceforth, Ethereum is also a good time, or in fact, it's in a buy zone. It's a good time to buy because we feel that the price of Ethereum should hit $10,000, if not $20,000 in the next few months. When it comes to Bitcoin, proponents in the market feel that the price of Bitcoin, one Bitcoin, should hit at least six figures. So at least $100,000, if not 200, and even $250,000. So if you're not currently invested in cryptocurrencies, my recommendation to you, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but my recommendation to you is to do your research, and definitely look at cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is the future of money and it is here to stay. So regardless of what you see in the newspapers or online, cryptocurrency is the new form of money and it's here to stay. And going forward, you will hear more and more around the cryptocurrency market. Currently, there are 10,000 plus cryptocurrencies out there in the marketplace. And obviously we don't trade them all, but we trade a good handful of them. And we'll show you and teach you how to trade not just foreign exchange, but also cryptocurrencies for profit. If you have little or no patience and you want to make quick money, then high frequency trading is for you, something that you can look at, because we have a platform again where we teach you and show you how to trade the markets, and you will effectively make money in minutes, if not seconds. You will make money in minutes via high frequency trading. It's an amazing platform we have, and again, we'll show you and teach you how to do that. Now, going back to what my mentor said all those years ago, I don't know if you remember, but he said to me, if you want to be financially free, if you want to be wealthy, you need to have your fingers or your hands in at least three of the following: financial services, real estate, and the third thing he said was e-commerce. And guess what? We also have an e-commerce platform where we teach you and show you how to derive a profit from the internet. And again, going back over a decade now, well over 10 years, I made my first dollar on the internet via my own websites, and I did my own, how shall I put it, traffic management, my own SEO, and I managed to claim or win, or whatever you want to call it, make my first dollar on the internet over 10 years ago. And trust me, it's the best feeling ever, because prior to that, I'd only ever had a job before, which obviously stands for just on broke, but online you can earn an amazing income. And what we teach you is how to drop ship. So basically you never need to take hold of the product. You buy from A and you sell to B. You're the middleman or middlewoman. You never need to hold the product. You don't need a warehouse. All you do is buy low and sell high, and you keep the profit. It does not matter how much you know about e-commerce or drop shipping or internet marketing, because we'll teach you everything. Once you join our platform, we'll assign you a mentor, and he will guide you, or he or she will guide you and show you how to trade online via our e-commerce training platform. Now, how do we actually show you and teach you to become financially free? Currently, we actually have over 100 mentors or educators all over the world. You can access your mentors more or less 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because they are geographically located, all over the world. I'm in the USA, South America, the UK, Europe, all over the world. Your mentors will guide you and teach you how to trade the markets and or how to build an e-commerce business if that is what you want to do. Now, again, the mentorship that we provide you is live. So very much like I'm speaking to you right now, live, your mentorship will be live as well, where your mentors will sit behind a screen and trade. So we'll map out the charts for you on the screen. We'll show you when to come into a trade, when to leave a trade, and all you have to do is copy. All you have to do is copy our system, copy our style, and if over a period of time, once you copy us enough times, you will actually become a very, very good trader. Now, going back to when you were young or at school, I'm sure your parents and your teachers, they said to you, do not plagiarize, do not copy. What we are telling you is the direct opposite. We are telling you to copy us, and that is how I learned to trade, and that is how my mentors learn to trade as well. It's like an apprenticeship scheme, if you want to put it that way. So we'll teach you how to trade. We'll do it online. You can actually converse with us as well while we are trading. And over a period of time, once you've done it enough times, trust me, you'll become an extremely good trader. One of our systems, as you can see on the screen, is the Harmonics platform. And this pumps out trade ideas, trade alerts. And actually, once you've learned the system, the Harmonic system is between 75 and 85% profitable. So 7 or 10 trades that you place out, sorry, 7 or 8 trades approximately that you place out of 10, you will actually derive a profit from. That is Harmonics, which is one of many systems that we have. Once you register with us, you will also get access to apps which sit on your phone, and they will allow you to trade from anywhere in the world. And that's why I said earlier, it doesn't matter where you are based geographically, it doesn't matter what you're doing for a living, it doesn't matter if you're male or female or what your educational qualifications are, as long as you are above the age of 18, as long as you have access to a smartphone, you can actually become a very, very good trader. 90 to 99% of trading is mindset. That is why many people that try to learn trading online by themselves, maybe from YouTube, fail, because it's very hard to get a grasp of mindset. Now, as professional traders, we understand this, and that is why we have teamed up with Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is my mentor. He's been my mentor for several years, in fact, well over a decade now. And Bob Proctor comes on every single week and teaches us on personal development and mindset. Most trades are lost because your mind is not in the right place, and perhaps because you get emotionally involved. That's why mindset is so important. That's why personal development is so important. And that is why we have this partnership with Bob Proctor. And if anything, this is an amazing relationship, and we will not just teach you the skills behind trading. So we'll not just show you how to read the charts, we will also show you how to train your mind for success. So how do we actually get started? To get started on our foreign exchange trading program is only $235. So $234.95 to get started on the foreign exchange trading platform. And in that program, we'll show you how to trade the markets for foreign exchange, your standard currency pairs like your pounds, your dollars, your Japanese yen. There's a monthly cost as well, which I'll cover shortly, because we do have a scholarship scheme whereby you don't need to pay that. The same is the price for the high frequency trading that we do, what I talked about earlier. And also the same is the price for the Digital Currency Academy. And also if you only want to do e-commerce and learn how to drop ship. If you want to learn how to do foreign exchange, high frequency trading, and digital currency trading, like for example, Bitcoin, then my favorite package is the Elite Academy for $325. So for $200 to $300, you can learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. If you were to go for the basic package, the FRX package, and let's say you wanted to learn how to do digital currency as well, you can actually add Swipecoin to your package for $49.95, as you can see here. If you want to, let's say, scalp the market, then you can add Vibrator onto the main package. But again, should you go for the Elite Academy, everything you see here is included in that academy. I'm not going to go into the detail of every single package on here, but let's just say the Elite Academy covers everything you will ever need when it comes to trading. Now, I talked about the monthly fees just for a few seconds earlier. We have a scholarship scheme whereby if you recommend 2 people to the program and they become active paying customers like yourself, then the monthly fee is waived. So you only ever need to pay the $235 or the $325 for the Elite Academy to learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. And trust me, $200 to $300 to learn how to trade, it's a no-brainer. Prior to me joining this academy, I had spent thousands on training, on mentorship. I traveled all over the world, literally thousands and thousands of pounds and dollars I'd spent. And when I heard that to join the academy was just a couple of $100, it was a no-brainer. And to mingle and learn from I would actually say the best traders in the world, 6- and 7-figure traders, for a couple of $100, it's a no-brainer. Now, should you choose to recommend more people to the academy, again, the next part of this presentation is totally optional. The next part of this presentation is totally optional. You can choose to do this if you want to. If you want to recommend more people to the academy, then you will be paid what we call a residual income. That's basically an income that you will earn whether you are awake or asleep. It makes no difference. So if you recommend someone to the FRX, so that's the basic foreign exchange academy, the high frequency academy, or the digital academy, then you'll get a bonus of $25. Should you recommend someone to the Elite Academy, you'll get a bonus of $50. Now you're probably thinking, what am I going to do with $25 or $50? It's not much, but wait, it gets better. Once you've recommended 3 people to the academy and they are now active customers, you are now being paid $150 every single month. 12 people, $600, 30 people, $1,000 every single month. And the great news is that those 30 people for the Platinum 1000 rank, you don't have to recommend all of them yourself. So even if you just recommend 3 people to the academy and they recommend additional people and your collective organization is now 30 people, you will still be paid $1,000 every single month. Now imagine going to your boss tomorrow if you're working and saying to him or her, I'd like a $1,000 pay rise a month. What are the chances of you getting that? This opportunity allows you to achieve those kinds of bonuses or residual income, whatever you want to call it, but it gets even better than that. In fact, our compensation scheme is one of the best compensation schemes currently in the marketplace, because as a Chairman 750, you're now making at least $750,000 every single month. Now, how many jobs do you know out there that will pay you $750,000 every single month? There's not many of them, and that is why a job will keep you just on broke. That is one of the reasons that I left my job and started my journey as an entrepreneur. That is why I trade, because I love the residuals. My recommendation to you is to now think about this very, very carefully. What we have here is not just a program, it's not an opportunity. This is a solution. This is a solution to build a legacy, to create generational wealth. So you are supporting your children, and their children, and so on and so on. Generational wealth, that is what we are doing here. And we're doing this as part of the 5% that I showed you earlier of the cash flow quadrant. And currently in our organization, we have around 400,000 members. 400,000 members or students, call them whatever you want to, and we trade together as part of a mastermind. So you are never alone. Once you join the academy, you will be assigned a mentor. My recommendation to you is to reach out to the person who recommended you attend this call, and let's get you started. This call was never about showing you how to trade or teaching you how to trade, because that is the next process. That is the next step. I've just shown you how to get started trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. 20 years from today, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than the things that you did do. My recommendation to you is now to take that first step to 1,000 miles, and let's do it together. Once I close this call shortly, go back to the person that recommended you attend this call. Let's get you started, and I'll see you on the inside. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. And seriously, I look forward to welcoming you on board very, very soon. Thank you for your time.